Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. Alright, so today's video I'm going to be speaking a little bit about online classes. I know that many of you guys have been doing your studies online, whether it is sixth form, whether it is college, whether it's university, or even if it's a community college. Right? Some of you might be repeating grade 11. Some of you might be independent candidates, meaning you're doing a particular CSEC subject on your own, right? And big up to all those who actually pass social studies in CXC, and those who didn't pass, don't feel no way. You can always resit in January, and that's another opportunity to pass. So today, quickly, I'm going to talk about online schooling. You know, this is a new phenomenon because we were exposed to this in about March, April, thereabout for most of us. But we are aware of many of the challenges that online school bring. Case in point, I want you to listen to this audio clip.
Tell you honest truth, I learn nothing better school up now where if I have a plastic bag over face and bore hole through your eye and through nose to breathe and say and come a class and wear gloves. Because I not learn nothing.
So there you can hear clearly that the young lady is frustrated. She's saying, look here, she's willing to take the risk to go back to school for face-to-face because clearly she's not learning anything online. And many of us will laugh about these things, you know, because some of them kind of funny and I chuckle a little bit too. But this is a stark reality because many of the students, they are not learning online. Some of them I can speak about our experience in Jamaica. Some of them, they are not able to access these online platforms because first of all, they don't have a device to access it. They don't have a tablet, they don't have a desktop computer, they don't have a smartphone. Many students still have bangers, or they don't have any phones at all, so they are not able to access these online platforms. So the classes are going on, they're not able to access, right? We know that we're having we're having terrible weather conditions in Jamaica because over the past 2-3 days we've been having extensive rainfall, right? And we know that JP is shaky and unreliable, right? I talk about flow, right? GPS shaky, unreliable. As you can water drop out of the sky, like a breeze blow, the electricity goes and we are not able to access the online platforms. Flow now, oh god, we cuss about flow morning, noon and night in Jamaica, right? Flow is unreliable, sometimes through no fault of their own, because really and truly people stealing them cable, damaging their lines and make it impossible for them to provide internet service to a lot of customers. Right? Digicel not tree bad because I use Digicel. I switch from Flow because Flow is too problematic, so I switch from Flow and I move over to Digicel. Right? Because I find that Digicel is a bit more reliable. So clearly the young lady is frustrated, and I know many students are frustrated as well because online cannot be compared to face-to-face when you're actually seeing a teacher and hearing a teacher. Even myself as a teacher, I really prefer face-to-face because it's more interactive. You can actually see if the students are writing anything. You can ask them questions, they can see you one away and ask a certain questions. You get what I'm saying? Online, we were told that the students should turn on their cameras, right? But sometimes the students not turning on their cameras and we can't reach through the screen and actually force them to turn on their cameras, right? Sometimes the students are sitting in front of you, you are trying to share screen, you're trying to bring up a video, you're trying to bring up a worksheet. You get what I'm saying? I'm simply saying that you can't always monitor with online. When face-to-face you can monitor because you're in the class and you can move around. Understand, you can walk around with the students to actually see if they are actually learning and paying attention. Get what I'm saying? That is the issue that I have. Another issue with the online platform is that it can become very frustrating for the kids. Imagine sitting down in front of a computer screen, a phone screen, or a tablet laptop screen, right, with actually learning. I mean, children will sit around the tablets playing game or watching videos that they enjoy, and I especially feel it for our boys, because we know that boys have a shorter attention span than our girls, so it's really frustrating for them. I just wanted to just listen to this young man, actually not even this young man, but two young men speaking of their frustration. Just listen and then we'll discuss after.
Yes, I'm deaf. I'm chat back. I'm not even a voice note about. I put the phone on charge and I go watch back the show. Cause for long be there, so but me write off things, and then when they done, I go chat about teacher and take it, but still writing. Me not write nothing. You so much me deaf on him. Me not write nothing. You words and turn backward. Me not write if you words and turn upside down or backward. Anywhere they not turn. Me not write nothing. And daddy not there. Not do nothing. Leave me alone. Miss, I am taking a break right now.
Sheldon, we have a set time for break and a set time for lunch. You don't decide when you take a break, alright? Just sit and wait until we say it's break time.
Clearly, in those clips, we can hear one young man being very, very frustrated because basically he's not doing the work if the teacher is not going to mark it. I better him just put the phone on charge and go watch him show. And another issue that came up in that is that his father was not there, so there was really no parental supervision. So because there was no parental supervision, he was not inclined to doing any work, because teacher not going to mark it, there's no parental supervision there to say, here, go out and do the work. You get what I'm saying? So it became very, 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 very frustrating for him, and that is an issue. That is an issue too, because a lot of parents, they have to go out to work while the child is at home, so there's really no supervision. So the child can become frustrated and not do any work. The child can play a game for the whole day or be online with all sorts of things instead of learning. So that's another issue with the online platforms that I'm seeing as well. Oh my God. So you know, say poor people pick me really in a bind. You understand what I say? Because the upper class people, they are in a better spot, because many of them, they can afford private tutors, or they can have somebody at home who actually assists the child with the online platforms. Get what I'm saying? That's another problem. Then we hear the other young man now, I think his name was Sheldon saying that he needs a break because he was going on, and the teacher is saying there's a set time for break and the time was not yet. You can imagine? Oh Jesus, sometimes when I'm in these online meetings, I am so frustrated. I can remember the other day I was in a training, right? And the training was supposed to take 2 hours, and the training went off for about 3, almost 4 hours. And I remember after hour 2, I was out of it. I was not retaining anything else after the second hour. So even though they went almost 4 hours, I didn't learn anything after the second hour. I know somebody said, look here, we need to stop this because persons are tired. And I was really tired. So being online like that is very tiring and very frustrating, especially if you're moving from class to class to class to class. It can become very overbearing and very frustrating. So it's not something that is easy to deal with, and especially when we are dealing with young minds, and a lot of them, their attention spans are very short. It's very difficult to deal with. Another problem is the parents, and when I say that some parents are not I don't want to use the word illiterate, because it might sound, it might sound a way. Let me just soften the blow by saying some parents are not so bright. They are not able to assist their children. Let's listen to this clip.
Are we supposed to just pick some random letters to fill in the blank? Because I didn't see an example or a further instruction to show, or something to read to figure out the sentence that is here.
Clearly the parent didn't understand that it was a fill in the blank, and they are to make logical or sensible words by putting in other letters. You hear parents asking, and many of us will laugh about this and say, boy, she don't see she's stupid, but many of these adults in our education system has failed them. Them don't know no better, them just leave out of school illiterate, right? So we have to take into consideration these kinds of parents, and not laugh at them or don't ridicule them, but understand that they themselves have a literacy challenge as well. So as teachers, we have to work around that. You get to me? I said not even work around, but find a way to work that out, because at least I must applaud this teacher. Sorry, not this teacher, but this parent. At least she showed some interest in trying to assist her child. But we know that we have some parents that they don't give a cahoot whether the pitney want to learn or not, whether the pitney want to be online or not, whether the child understands the work or not. A lot of the parents, they don't care, right? Or some of them, they don't have the time. But at least this one though, she not so bright, or she might not understand clearly. She's seeking clarification, because she say, if we just put random letters or there's no example. So many times as teachers, we can't take these things for granted, right? We can't assume that the parents know, or the parents are literate, or the parents really and truly understand. So maybe we have to come up with some creative ways to get the parents involved in the child's learning, so that they can understand where the pick-me do, understand the homework, understand the classwork, so that they can assist the child as well. So why online really and truly difficult, right? There are some good things about online learning too. There are good things, because as I was teaching my classes since Monday, right, one of the good things about it is that the students have the internet at their fingertips, right? So I can say, look for the definition for this, look up this, and in real time, the students can go online and then just look up the definition or look for clarification for something. And I find that the students enjoy this a lot, because I don't have any problem with participation in my class, right? One of the minor issue is that sometimes some of the students don't want to participate, but you have some of them, as soon as I say look up that, tell me what that means, they go online, and from you hear them reading the definition, it's Google they get it from. And I really commend them for that, because if it was in class, a lot of them would be sitting around looking at me like, what's sir I say? I don't understand what I'm talking about. Where am I going with? Where am I dealing with? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? So that would be an issue that I would have with some of my students as well. Right, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, that's the issue. So that's one of the good things about online learning. Another thing is that this can revolutionize the education system in Jamaica or in your country, in Barbados, in Guyana, in Trinidad and Tobago, because a lot of these online platforms that we are using, we can still continue to use them even after COVID gone and gone back to face-to-face. You get what I say? And as teachers, we can collaborate. As students, you guys can collaborate as well. Because I remember when we were doing the Google Classroom training for our students, it was a student at my school who actually organized a Zoom training to teach other students how to use the Google Classroom platform. I mean, she did the training and she understood and she organized and she sent out our meeting link and our password and thing. And a lot of students went on and she taught them how to navigate through Google Classroom, which was a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, and many of the online platforms, right, the work is automatically marked. Good if you give a little short answer or you give a little multiple choice, it is automatically marked. And some of them, I know Edmodo does it, Google Classroom does it, you have Quizlet, Edpuzzle. You understand, those are some of the online platforms that you can use, which makes work so much easier for the teacher. Only if you like for me who teach history and social studies that require sometimes extended writing for questions, you have to go on and mark them yourselves, right? So if you're a teacher watching this, if you're a student watching this, tell me about your online experience so far in the comment section. I want to hear about it. Remember to like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.